We are back. I think the mayor will speak to this, but we are coming back very strong from a deep recession that the country experienced the last few years. San Francisco has come back strong. We have one of the lowest unemployment rates in the country. You can see it by all the cranes represented in the sky these days. And the outlook is bright and sunny for anybody in the construction industry. The contractors are the employers, the Webcors, the Swinnertons, the Turners, the Cahills, the Nibby brothers. And without them, we could not employ our students. So with that strong support, that's how we have 23 students already placed. So a strong shout out for them as well. And the last partnership that makes CityBuild go are all my colleagues within the city family that help us in a number of ways, including funding support. We work with them to identify the projects to place the students on. So just about every department that has anything to do with construction is involved in CityBuild. The port, the airport, the Public Utilities Commission, Muni, DPW, Parks and Rec. They are all vital contributors to CityBuild as well and make this thing go. An additional and a new relationship that we've started that we hope will be fruitful is our relationship with the San Francisco Unified School District, as we continue to look for ways to encourage young people to get into the construction industry. So all of that partnership is what makes CityBuild go and brings us here today for our 16th cycle. So I've been here since the beginning, and if someone would have told me 7 years ago I'd be here saying 16 cycles, I'm not sure if I would have thought that, because it took a lot to put this together. We've definitely gone through the highs and the lows, but 16 cycles, we're 1,000 graduates into this thing, well over 1,000 graduates. So that's saying something with the commitment of the administration we have now and the former administration with Mayor Newsom. So I want to thank everybody for all of the support. Lastly, I have a special and kind of, for me, heartwarming announcement for City College and a particular individual. I'd like to acknowledge City College, who's been with us from the beginning. CityBuild started as a 12-week program. We now go 18 weeks, and one of the primary reasons for that is so that the students will leave with credit. And a big push and a part of that, we could not have done it without Phyllis McGuire, who after 30 years of service in City College is retiring. So I really just personally want to give my thanks to CityBuild program and to Phyllis for all the effort and the work she's put into making this thing what it is today. We are a national model in this particular industry for what we do. So with that, I'd like to give Phyllis our certificate of honor, presented from the City and County of San Francisco to Ms. Phyllis McGuire, endorsed by Mayor Ed Lee. So thank you, Phyllis.
So I changed my mind. Yes, I do want to say something, and that is that I have been with CityBuild Academy from the beginning as well, and it has been one of the proudest pieces of work that I've had the honor to be a part of. And I'm so glad I'm here for your graduation. Congratulations, and I'm so glad that there are 28 cranes up there for all of you. I know you'll do really, really well. So it's just been a delight. This has been one of the best things that I've been able to be associated with in my career. So thank you all. Thank you, Rhonda.
So without further ado, I get the pleasure of introducing my boss, Mayor Ed Lee. And just to say a few words about Mayor Lee as he walked up, he said, 16, Rhonda, this is 16? I said, yeah, can you believe it? So Mayor Lee has continued the support of CityBuild and all of the academies that we do in my office that include hospitality, technology, and healthcare. He is a strong supporter of every San Franciscan getting a livable wage job and puts his money where his mouth is, both in budget times and in every way, including coming and supporting us at these graduations. So without further ado, I'd like to introduce Mayor Edwin Lee.
Thank you, Rhonda, Pat, Todd. Is everybody ready to work? Yeah, that's what we came down here for. Well, let me say congratulations, graduates. You have a lot to look forward to. In fact, some of you already got your job offers. In fact, half of you have your job offers. So this is kind of a special graduation because when you just go into school and you graduate, sometimes you don't know what's going to happen. Well, here at the academy that we've created, we build real, true expectations and skill sets and attitude, and then we back that up with real jobs. And in fact, I want to update you. There are 35 cranes in San Francisco. 35. Yeah. And as Rhonda and others will continue saying, and I will say this also, it is a whole village of people that participate in building this movement of expectation that when you do get educated, when you get the skill sets, there has to be a job as a reward for that. There were so many years in the past, and I lived those just a few years ago, where we did have some graduates, Rhonda, and they looked up and some of these buildings, they kind of said, well, who's building that? How come I can't be a part of it? And years ago, we saw that happening all over the Bay Area, and then it went really silent on us. There were no cranes. There was layoffs. There were just reductions of workforces. And so a very serious discussion went on with contractors, with labor leaders, to our city agencies, the way we do business in the city, our community-based organizations who saw years of frustration. They graduated 5 or 6 people and couldn't find a job. Where were those industries? What was the coming together on it? And we worked really hard to bring everybody together. And this is what the Academy has meant to me, and now we see the fruits of it. Not only are we bringing the workforces together, we're bringing your families along with it because they support you and they support the sacrifices that you make. And you'll make more sacrifices, just like I do in this job that I have. And many of those sacrifices will have to do with how you use your money, how you use your time, how you help one another out to be successful, how you work with unions and with your supervisors to make sure you're safe on the job with everybody else's safety as a primary consideration. Because we're not going on very flat ground these days. If you're going to be involved in a project in San Francisco, you're going up. You're going floors, or you're going very deep down to build the foundations for things. And this is the infrastructure that we have. Well, we're doing the right things in the city. We're investing. We got a general hospital that's already over halfway built. We've just started a over $1 billion tunneling project for the Central Subway. We finished the cruise ship terminal. We're on our way to develop 3 or 4 major properties along the waterfront. We've got a public safety building under construction in Mission Bay. We've got 4,500 residential units under construction today on just 3 blocks along Market Street. We've got the private sector technology companies working with us. So there are jobs out there. Are we ready? Are we ready? Yeah, there are jobs. And the reason why there are jobs is because companies who've been in these bidding wars for many years, companies that we know of, Webcor, Turner, Swinnerton, Consolidated Engineering, just to name a few, have struggled for many years. Now they're winning those bids, and they're putting through the promise of local hire, of first source hiring. Then we got companies moving in, and the first thing we talk about is, yeah, we'd like you to build here, but we'd also like you to use local labor. And then the unions have been there with us, creating the training jobs, sacrificing some of their union monies to make sure they worked with Public Works and Public Utilities Commission and the port and the airport and the MTA and the school district and City College. Everything that we build got to have local folks on it. This is the promise that we made. We're going to carry it through because I don't know of any other way to build a city than to build it with the people that live there. This is what we should do. So as you experience this graduation day with your friends, your family, the people who supported you, think for a moment of the people around you and how that this is day forward. You're going to get those jobs. It's really what you do with that job, what you do with your first paycheck. Do you blow it? Some of you might. Then we'll have to think about the second paycheck. But somewhere along the way, you do what all of us do in our economics. You save it, you build a family around it, because you earn it. And whatever you earn, it's your investment. And we talk a lot about that these days, about investment and being an investment-friendly city, because that's how we're able to get contractors to work with developers, to work with the unions, to create the jobs. It's all about investment. And I want to say today, we're graduating our investment with you. You are our investment. We invested a lot in you, and I'm depending upon you not only to build the great structures, the great roadways, the great housing. I want you to build great lives, because that's what San Francisco is all about. It's about building lives. It's about supporting each other to build communities. And then we turn around and we invite everybody who wants to come to this great city. All you got to do is work together, have a sharing economy, and support each other. I think that's very simple. So with this graduation time, I want to thank you for being our investment. We've got a lot invested in you. I want you to be successful for that very reason. And then just ask you for one thing. When you become successful, you turn around and you invest in somebody else. And you carry this spirit on. This is the strongest spirit that you'll ever see in San Francisco. We are strongest in the whole Bay Area right now. Our economy is the strongest. Everybody believes that we have here. I'm going to keep it going, but we're going to share it with everybody else. This is the time to show that we're not the San Francisco of 25 to 50 years ago, where the haves and have-nots, the haves won over the have-nots. This is about a sharing economy where we invest in each other, and this is the way we're going to sustain our economy for everybody. Thank you and congratulations.
Thank you, Mayor Lee. Good evening. My name is Zelda Saley, and I have the pleasure of working with the CityBuild team, and we're going to move on with our program this evening. I'd like to acknowledge the presence of Supervisor of District 5, London Breed. Appreciate you coming this evening, Supervisor. Thank you. The success of CityBuild has only been possible due to the support of the many partners we have. Rhonda spoke to that earlier. Our next speaker is one such partner. He's a third-generation laborer who rose through the ranks of the Laborers International Union of North America and served as Secretary-Treasurer and Business Manager of Laborers Local 261. In 2009, Oscar de la Torre was elected Business Manager of the Northern California District Council of Laborers, and in 2010 he was appointed to the General Executive Board as Vice President at Large. He's responsible for the laborers' strong coalitions with nonprofits and serves on the boards of the San Francisco Planning and Urban Research Association, the Mission Housing Development Corporation, and the Instituto Laboral de la Raza. He serves the laborers through his work on several laborer boards as well as the Joint Apprenticeship Training Committee. Please join me in welcoming our labor partner, Oscar de la Torre.
Good evening. Thank you, Zelda, for that kind introduction. And thank you, Mr. Mayor, who just made his remarks, for being a mayor that invests in the youth of this great city. And also Supervisor Breed for being here, taking the time from your busy schedule. My remarks will be limited, but first I'd like to congratulate all the graduates that went through successful in the CityBuild Academy. I know you guys went through a tough course, and now you have the means to be successful. Whether you pursue the industry by being an electrician, a plumber, an operator, a carpenter, or a laborer. When I think about the industry, I think of a lot of words to describe the construction. It could be very satisfying when you see a building that you worked on. It gives you satisfaction that you worked in that building and you had something to do. You contributed to build that building. Pride, quality, hard work. All of you know that it's hard work to work in the industry, and very dangerous. So the qualities, the experience, and the qualifications, your experience in the academy will give you the basic fundamental awareness to make sure you stay safe and return back to your families. For the employers, it's very important that they're competitive. That's one of the things that they look at. Make sure that they're on time, and number one, that they make a profit. We all know that. Employers get in business to make profit, and if we can't deliver that, a good employer or any employer are one job, two jobs from being bankrupt. If they have two bad jobs, they're done, no matter how big they are. For labor management, we look at other things. We look at quality members / workers, being safe and being productive. Making sure that we're productive is key. There is no entitlement out there. We got to work for, we got to earn for what we do. And the last thing, which is the most important thing, is attitude. It's how you go about yourself, how you treat others, your coworkers, your bosses, everybody else that will make you successful. You can't obtain all the knowledge and skill and be bitter about what you do. You got to be grateful. Love what you do. That's the key of being happy. Pursue what you want to pursue and take pride of everything that you do. The attitude. If you're the most skilled individual and you hate what you do, nobody's going to respect you, and they will lay you off. You guys all know that. You could be the best, most qualified individual. If you're kicking tools around and acting like you don't care and you're upset at the world, people will lay you off. You will not be successful. So those are, just words that I like to use and share with graduates as somebody coming through a pre-apprentice program. You guys possess the qualifications to go enter any apprenticeship program. Once again, I want to congratulate all the graduates. I want to thank the CityBuild Academy. I want to thank everybody that works for the program, Pat Mulligan, Zelda, Rhonda, Board of Supervisors, this mayor, and all of you. Thank you very much. In whatever path you decide to be, I wish you the best of luck. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Oscar, for your educational and inspiring words. I have a few more acknowledgments that I'd like to make of people who are here. Paul Henderson from the Mayor's Office, Public Safety Division, the entire Layuna family here, Ramon Hernandez, Jesus Villalobos, Javier Flores, and Joseph Scott. Eddie Ahn with Brightline, where are you? Thought you were here earlier. Let's see, Dave Terridan with Operating Engineers. Anthony Urbina with the sheet metal workers. I saw him around here earlier. Right, and Masood Ordakani standing in the doorway here with the Public Utilities Commission. The next person I would like to introduce is Gary Cappa. He's the President and Chief Executive Officer of Consolidated Engineering Laboratories. He's been a long-time leader in this industry for more than 25 years. Basically, they call Gary in when the things need to get done. So with no further ado, I'd like to introduce Gary.
Well, thank you for that elegant introduction. First of all, congratulations to to the graduates in this room. And it's really exciting to see some of you guys walking around with vests on already. That tells me you work today, you're earning a living, you're doing what this whole program is about. So I think that's just fabulous. I'm going to tell you a little bit about Consolidated Engineering Laboratories. I promise not to make this a commercial, but we are a little different than many of the other participants. We're really not a contractor. We're an inspection and testing laboratory. So we do special inspection of reinforced concrete, welding, fireproofing, soils, geotechnical work, all the things that make a building stand up. And we test all these materials in our laboratory as well. We test the concrete, we pull the rebar. We do all these things that sort of make sure that the buildings are constructed as they were intended to be constructed, and that they perform as they were intended to perform in a seismic event. The work that we do is important. I'm very proud of it, and excited about what I do every day. But enough about what we do. Let's talk about you guys. So as a testing laboratory, by the way, our guys push pencils. They don't push wheelbarrows, guys. You want to come see me for a job. Those guys are the guys with clipboards writing things down, making sure everything is done properly. They're working hard, and make no mistake about that, the responsibility and the pressure can be enormous, but the work is generally not too physical. Our employees are signatory to Operating Engineers Local 3. I heard some gentlemen from Operating Engineers get recognized earlier. Our employees make a good living. A top wage employee in our business is making about $40 an hour plus about $20 in benefits. That's good money, right guys? That sound pretty good? But this is about real people. And you know, you guys are new to the program, you're just getting out there in it. But I got some successes to tell you about. And ultimately, this gets down to real people having jobs and being able to support their families. And that's what this is all about. We have 4 people that have been through our program. They are, and maybe someone could tell me how to pronounce this name, but we just call him Hugo. But it's Ji Young Zhu, I think. We say Hugo and he answers to it, so that works for us. And he's been with us for about 2.5 years doing special inspection. He's on a major hospital project, a $400 million hospital project in Santa Clara, and has been performing great. Johnson Yip, been with us for about a year, supporting his family, working on a $1 billion project, the Oakland Kaiser project. Cyrus Ned in our San Ramon office. Now here's a guy that actually goes through quite a bit of effort just to get to work every day. He takes 3 buses to get to BART. He takes BART to Dublin. He takes a bus to San Ramon. It's about a 2.5-hour commute. The guy's there every day with a smile on his face. And I'm really excited about him in particular because the field guys I don't get to see every day. But the office folks I do. And I've seen his confidence grow and grow by having a job, by feeling part of a team, by coming in and joining us when we have sandwiches bought in. Initially, he would shy away. But now he's part of the team, he's part of the effort, and it's really exciting to see that. I really believe that this program has impacted his life in immeasurable ways, beyond having a paycheck. I'll tell you, I'm a native San Franciscan. I was born in this city, and over my 58 years on the planet, there have been times that I've been very proud of this city. There have been times I have not been so proud of this city. But I'm very proud to be participating in this program, to see the support of the mayor and the rest of you in this room making this program a reality, because 58 people are going to get jobs. This is doing things right where it counts, in your backyard. It's a dramatic success story. Finally, I want to share a quote with you. This is from a very famous actress, Helen Hayes. Some of you may be too young to remember Helen Hayes, but she lived till she was 93, so she did some things right. And she said the following: "My mother drew a distinction between achievement and success. She said that achievement is the knowledge that you have studied and worked hard and done the best that is within you. Success is being praised by others. That's nice, but not as important or satisfying. Always aim for achievement and forget about success." So as you embark on your careers, I wish you tremendous good fortune. I wish you success, both in your business life and your personal life. I wish you growth and confidence and development as a human being and a member of this planet and a member of this city. Thank you very much.
Wow, thank you, Gary. That was great. Just a couple more shout-outs. We have Mark Farrar, the consultant and Mission Hiring Hall Board President here. There's Mark. Travis Brown of the Laborers Apprenticeship is here. From Local 6, IBEW, Steve Powers and Tim Donovan. Manny Flores from Local 22 of the Carpenters. And for our next speaker, Jes Pederson. Jes managed corporate and campus projects in Southern California before joining Webcor Builders in 2000. He oversaw the construction of Foundry Square at First and Howard Street, and as vice president, he led the Webcor team on the $500 million California Academy of Sciences, a combination of aquarium, research institute, planetarium, and science museum. Mr. Pederson's spearheaded Webcor's transition from a company focused entirely on private development to a diversified company with robust private, public, and infrastructure divisions. I'm pleased to introduce a great partner and supporter of CityBuild, Jes Pederson.
What a large crowd. Well, graduates, it's a time to savor the feeling of accomplishment and really to turn the page in the next chapter of your lives. You know, for graduates' families, this is a time to be proud. And for all the faculty and staff, you know, thank you for all you've done to really prepare and educate the graduates for today. And dignitaries and hosts, thank you for your time, which shows just how important CityBuild really is to the city of San Francisco. You know, it's really energized to be at a ceremony like this, where it's the end of one journey, but allows you to kind of take that next step. And what you've just completed is a really practical program that you can have truly a significant impact in your life. And I know that because I'm familiar with the path that you're about to start, as I too started my journey in the trades. And I've always been lured to the practical and really the tangible benefits that you get from construction. You know, you try and plan and figure out what you're going to do in the morning, and then in the afternoon, there's real physical results and the pride from your work. At Webcor Builders, we're equally proud to have many of the past graduates from CityBuild working on our projects and being productive in business today. And you know, once you're in the field, the opportunities only continue. You know, it's not uncommon for people to expand their horizons and their abilities, go into estimating, business development, union representatives, become inspectors for the city, and maybe even go into management. But you know, those are some of the practical benefits that you ultimately see. And for some of you who already have a job, you're already beginning to see those. But in addition to the practical, there's also some universal ones, some easy ones. Like, listen to others and make sure you hear all sides. You know what? Because you may not always have the best idea. And also, you can accomplish a lot more if you don't care who gets the credit. And stay focused, finish what you start, and if you make a mistake or a bad decision, just admit it, take care of it, and move on. And be sure to seize the opportunities as they come up, because whatever plan you might have, there's going to be other things that come up, and you want to make sure you take care of all of them, and you enjoy. And also, people want to see leaders. They want to see leaders out there, so if you see a void, fill it. And always lead by example and do the right thing. And you know what, in the end, contribute to your community. Volunteer for projects you care about. They'll not only do good, but they'll make you feel good. And in the end, you'll give a chance and get the chance to give back in the same way that CityBuild gave to you. So today, congratulations to you, and good luck.
Thank you, Jes. Before we introduce our student speakers, I would like to first thank the families for supporting these students in all their endeavors. Without that support, it makes it much harder to achieve what they have accomplished. We also would like to thank Community College of San Francisco, thank you, and especially from the laborers, Rafael Palacios, who he drives this train, he keeps y'all going. So without further ado, I would like to introduce from our Construction Administrative Training Program, Desi Nelson. Come on up.
Thank you, Mr. Jackson. Good evening. My name is Desi Nelson, and I'm a graduate of the Contract Administration Cycle 7 program. I live in the Bayview community in San Francisco. What brought me to CityBuild was I was attending an orientation at Goodwill Industries, and they passed out flyers outlining acceptance into requirements, an outcome for the CityBuild program. And I thought about it, and I said to myself, I'm going to attend one of the orientation sessions because I'm interested in being the job market and to update my skills after 6 years of retirement. My most valuable experience at CAP was refreshing my accounting skills and learning QuickBooks. Since completing CAP, my outlook on life and job reentry has changed. The program gave me a chance to evaluate my administrative skills as well as building technical expertise in the state-of-art computer-based management tools, Word, Excel, PowerPoint, and QuickBooks accounting. Professionally speaking, I know I can compete with the best in my field of contract, construction administration, and management, The program is challenging. I found the program highly structured with skilled instructors that gave each participant personal attention when needed. A word of warning, new attendees should be committed to study time and discipline found in this 18-week program. What I want to say to someone who is interested in this program, what you really have to do, you must be committed, you must be dedicated to this program, and most important, be respectful to your teachers, fellow students, peers, and be self-confident. I want to thank Workforce Development, Mission Hiring Hall, and my peers for selecting me to speak at this Cycle 7 graduation.
Our next student speaker, I could speak about an hour about the guy, but what I will say in short is that he inspires me. Kerry Winford.
Thank you, Mr. Jackson. Good evening, everyone. My name is Kerry Winford. I'm a graduate of CityBuild Cycle 16, and I live in the San Francisco community. Questions were asked to me. What brought me to CityBuild Academy? Well, what brought me there was a friend referred me to it. And being referred to it, it was something. But as I went to Mission Hiring Home, I met Gracie Chavez, which I think is exceptional, who really helped me a whole lot through this. I can't say enough about her. Thank you, Gracie, very much. Gracie Chavez, thank you. To continue on, she told me that I would be a good candidate for CityBuild Academy. I'm here now standing. As a representative addressing CityBuild Academy, Cycle 16 Superstars. Superstars. My most valued experience with CityBuild Academy was being accepted at my age, but my heart and my hard work paid off. Since completing the CityBuild Academy, my life has changed. Personally speaking, I now have a lifelong career, and I'm thank you for that. Personally, speaking to CityBuild Academy is such a great program that people from other cities and states have come to observe and ask students questions about the program. I think that's huge. If you have someone come from another city and another state to see our program, hey, that means we set a standard by far. What I would say to someone interested in CityBuild, I would say, if you're serious about changing your life in the best way possible, I would stay and try the CityBuild Academy. I think it'd be great, you know. I would like to thank some people involved in this. I would like to say thanks and that I am very honored and humbled to be the student representative for CityBuild Academy Cycle 16. For me to be standing here is a great privilege, and I would like to thank all of you for that. Thank you very much. I also would like to say thank you to Mission Hiring Hall and all their distinguished staff for all the hard work they've done for us. All of us. I also would like to thank our CityBuild liaisons for all their dedication and hard work and determination. And lastly, I would like to thank the mayor's office, because with the mayor's office, they make everything possible for all of us. It's huge, and I hope to continue to back this program up. My classmates, do unto you as you want them to do unto you. So when we graduate and start working, let's give right back, just like they did for us. Thank you. Superstars.
Okay, just a couple more shout outs. Mr. Terrence Bynum, the Dean of City College at Evans Campus. Thank you for coming, sir. Carmen Ho, Executive Director of Charity Cultural Services Center, is here this evening. Don Marcos, Executive Director of Mission Hiring Hall, is in the back. And probably the group that came the most distance, our friends from the operating engineers in Slough House, California, east of Sacramento, Dave Stater, Tammy Castillo. Thank you for making that trip. We want to acknowledge Cliff Lowe of Consolidated Engineering as well, and Christina Pallone, the Director of the Mayor's Office of Neighborhood Services. Cliff Bunch from Empire Engineering is here this evening. Todd Rufo of the Economic and Workforce Development, and our good friend Kathleen Carroll of Herrero Bowl. Thank you all for supporting our graduates. Around the perimeter of this room are the people that are really the grassroots and the lifeblood of CityBuild, and I just want to give a shout out to the staff, Carmen Ho's staff, Don Marcos' staff, Young Community Developers staff, and YCD staff, and the group Anders and Anders. Without them doing the recruiting, the case management, all the services provided, we would be not the program we are. The other entities here are the CityBuild staff. Again, they're all around here. We had some references to them earlier. So if you want to wave or something like that, do it now. Thank you, CityBuild. Tonight we're honoring 41 CityBuild Academy graduates and 18 construction admin training program graduates. This is the culmination of 18 weeks of concentrated education and training and hard work for these fortunate men and women. They hail from neighborhoods all over San Francisco, and like many San Franciscans, have roots from all over the country and the world. As of today, Rhonda mentioned 23 of them are employed, 24 are employed. Others are on their path to being indentured into the laborers union or other construction trades unions, while a number of construction admin graduates will begin their required internships. Without further ado, to begin the commencement ceremony, please welcome Mission Hiring Hall, south of Market Employment Center's Senior Program Manager for Construction Admin Training, Stella Bachera.
Good evening. It's so great to see so many people here tonight. Let me begin by recognizing the families and friends that provided support and encouragement for these students to complete the program. Your role was key to their success. We must also acknowledge the dedicated CCSF staff and employers. Your diligence created a class that's driven for success in this industry. I'd like to give special thanks to Kathleen Carroll and Anna Lazo of Herrero Bolt. Kathleen's sitting right over there. For being the key link between the program and the careers these graduates are now headed towards. These dedicated professionals are to thank for providing 12 industry experts necessary to bolster CATP with the construction industry curriculum that took place every Friday, and for fostering the necessary internship and employment opportunities for our students. Recognition goes out to Mission Hiring Hall staff for their support, development, and care for these programs. Special thanks to Kamante Kathika for his diligent support, service to CATP program, and for doing the necessary work to help these students succeed. Thanks, Kamante. I know it wasn't easy. I would also like to mention Program Manager McQuell Penn for actually studying every Thursday. McQuell studied every Thursday night at City College. He took the CM 100 class with the CATP class, And every Thursday night, he studied with them in construction management, and in addition to his tireless work with the CityBuild program. So much love to you, McQuell. Thank you. Okay, most importantly, to our graduating class, you all worked very hard. You suffered under immense stress. You took extra classes. You survived a heavy workload. Now it's time to apply those skills to your future careers in the construction industry. Now it's time to award those certificates. The first name I'm going to call is David Bruntelet. Second, Brett Island. Next up is Ana Maria Lopez. Next up is Yana Macon. I'm sorry. It took me all semester to get it right. Next we have Richard May. Next is Angie McPeters. Next, we have Maria Moscoso. Next, we have Desi Nelson. Walter Ramos. Mr. Ron Redhead. Lilybeth Rogelio. Mr. John Steele. I was calling him James all semester. I want to mention Miss Claudia Stella. She's actually working at Titan Management. She couldn't make it in, but she's working. Next up is Austin Tung Ming Su. Last but not least, Mr. Bang King Wu. Okay. Now for the CATB scholarships. All right. Before I pass those out, I wanted to thank the Construction Industry Advisory Council, which consists of employers, educators, and city partners necessary to keep the program content current, comprehensive, and competitive. These employers are fantastic to work with, especially for their role in providing internship opportunities as a gateway to long-term employment within the industry. Our scholarship donors for this cycle came from Ms. Kathleen Carroll of Herrero Contractors, Mr. Victor Marquez of the Marquez Law Group, Ms. Elena Anaya of Turner, Mr. Damon Liu of UCSF, Mr. Mark Farrar of the Van Mark Group, Mr. Jes Pederson of Webcor, and Ms. Judy Soro in memory of Rich Soro. Now I would like to announce the 4 scholarships. These scholarships represent specific achievements. The first scholarship is awarded to Richard May in the amount of $500 for his dedication to the program, going above and beyond the requirements to study construction management and blueprint reading. Come on up. The second scholarship is awarded to Ron Redhead in the amount of $500 for his diligence, class performance, and commitment to his professional values. The third scholarship is awarded to Mr. Bang Wu in the amount of $500 for his commitment to aligning his educational goals with construction industry qualifications in San Francisco, plus he had perfect attendance. Great. Now, the final scholarship is very special to Mission Hiring Hall. This scholarship is awarded to Desi Nelson in the amount of $500 from the Maria Haciel Scholarship Fund. This award represents outstanding achievement in the face of multiple challenges. Desi's perseverance represents everything the community stands for, and we honor Haciel's memory by rewarding Desi's hard work and dedication. Thank you so much. This is wonderful. Thank you.
Thank you, Stella, and thank you, students. I would now like to bring to the stage Arcadia Maximo. Arcadia is City College of San Francisco's CityBuild coordinator. This will actually be, and unfortunately be, her last cycle, but she will be still running the energy efficiency class, so that's a plus. Her tireless effort over many, many years will be desperately missed. Arcadia.
Hello, everyone. I'm going to announce the scholarship awards first because I know you guys have been waiting anxiously for that. So, City College of San Francisco would like to congratulate the graduating class of CityBuild Cycle 16. On behalf of the CityBuild faculty, we are all very proud of your hard work and what you have achieved these past 18 weeks. 18 weeks for 35 hours a week is a long time to commit to a program of study without pay. But that is exactly what our students endure. We recognize the sacrifice and want to reward those who have demonstrated exemplary achievement in our program. It is because of this we are happy to present 6 scholarships in the amount of $500 each to these very deserving students. Our first award goes to one of our youngest students, fresh from high school. He, in fact, was recommended to CityBuild by many of his high school counselors. He loves working with his hands. He is so well-mannered and helpful. Our first award goes to Conrad Cole. You're welcome. Our next recipient was hardworking, and she took school very seriously. In fact, more serious than most students. Opportunities like CityBuild don't come around often, so if you're lucky enough to get it, you seize it to its fullest. That is exactly what this student did. Our next award goes to Bridget Goodman. We all know the saying, when life gives you lemons, you make lemonade. I think that relates quite nicely to our next awardee. Always smiling, a good sense of humor, and despite some of the challenges in their personal life, they removed the bitter and looked to the sweet. Our next recipient is Jonathan Guevara. Another saying we're all familiar with is that if at first you don't succeed, try again. And in our next awardee's case, try again for the third time. Well, it's true, the third time is the charm because they were finally accepted into CityBuild. Others would have succumbed to defeat. They instead rose to the challenge and proved that they really did deserve a spot in CityBuild. That person is Princess Green. Princess is very special to me because she was kind of like the little sister I looked after in the academy. I really pushed for her to get in. I knew she was trying hard. Good, congratulations. Our final award goes to one of our youngest students, fresh from high school. In fact, he too was recommended to CityBuild by his high school counselors. He's smart, polite, and also helpful. I know you're thinking, didn't she just say that? Yep. And it's not the same person. And no, you're not seeing double. Our final award goes to Hunter Cole. Congratulations to all our recipients. You deserved it. Now I'd like to begin the commencement exercise. When I call your name, please step forward. Brian Anderson. Eric Black. Alberto Bustamante. Conrad Cole. Hunter Cole. Francisco Dominguez. William Arthur Dow Jr. Cedric Fong. Alfredo Garcia. Bridget Maria Goodman. Princess Green. Jonathan Guevara. June Shi He. Yanzhen Wang. Nicholas Huffnagel. Charles Jacob. Shatara January. Jia Chang Huang. Wings Lam. Davis Lee. Alan Lee. Christensen Leah. Crystal Lockett. Congratulations to all of our graduates.
Thank you, Arcadia. Thank you, graduates. I would quickly like to acknowledge Hugo and David De La Torre from the laborers. They are here today. And I have the pleasure of introducing our fearless leader, the director of CityBuild, Pat Mulligan.
Thanks, Prentice. I want to thank everybody that participated in this event. It's really heartwarming after the end of 18 weeks to go through this process. I want to congratulate the class that you completed this 18-week section of training, but now you embark on a new career. So the work now begins in earnest, really. It's just the beginning. Endure, persevere, work hard. There are opportunities and money to be had. Go out and take them, you know? I want to thank all the contractors who we really look to serve through this process, to serve this pipeline. Herrera Bolt, Webcor, Swinnerton, Cahill. And I also especially want to acknowledge the union trade partners, the laborers who are such an integral component of this programming, the Carpenters Union, which I'm so closely attached to. Thanks for coming, Manny. And also our broader expansion with the sheet metal workers, with the electricians, with the operating engineers, and the long list of trade unions that we participate in our programming. I want to thank everybody and enjoy the food. Take care.